Okay, so then you can, you know, you can take that profile again, don't necessarily rush into breaking it down, just have a look at it, have a good assessment for it. Again, you're looking for how that soil might be cracking, you know, you're looking for whether that's got good roots through it. Now you've broken it apart. So, you know, before you rush in, just have a good kind of look around, make some notes about how that soil kind of appears to you visually, and then you can just start to break it down. And what I do is I put a light pressure between sort of my fingers and my thumb. And you know, if the soil breaks down fairly easily, for me that's a kind of good indication that you've got some reasonable structure in this soil. If you can't break it down between your finger and thumb, then that for me is an indication that you've got, you know, much poorer structure within the soil. So a finger and thumb approach, just a light sort of pressure, and then, you know, that kind of you know, sort of breaking it up in two hands, just a light pressure, and you know, see what that kind of, how that leaves you. And this soil here, and we're dealing with the lower profile of soil, you can see here elements of where, you know, we probably haven't got a lot we call porosity in that soil. It's quite tight, you know, it kind of doesn't break down between your finger and thumb in places, and you have to use two hands to break it down. So, you know, that's, to be honest with you, that's probably going to indicate a reasonably poor structure. You know, we give that, the score is from 1 to 5, 5 being extremely poor. That's not a 5, but it's probably a reasonable 3 really, where it kind of leaves these clods in more than sort of 5 to 6 centimetre type clods after sort of light pressure between your finger and thumb. And then you're looking at the top of the profile, and you'll see here probably already an actual colour change, indicating this is where, you know, there's more organic matter here and there, and the organic matter itself will drive better soil structure. So lighter lighter colour, less organic matter probably is causing us so you can look at this one, you can break this down, and already hopefully you can see between my finger and thumb this top of the soil profile is just breaking down so much easier. This is currently in winter wheat, this soil. It's had cover crops in the past, but you know, it doesn't take much pressure between my finger and thumb for this soil to very easily kind of just break down. And so, you know, that's a much better structure, if you like, in the top of the soil profile than in the soil profile. So hopefully you can see now, just by, you know, just a very simple technique, you've probably arrived at a point where this soil structure here is probably I tend to use half scores as well. So this is, I kind of look at this between sort of 2.5, 2.5, and this is probably a poor 3, if you like. But you can see a distinct difference in this is, you know, sort of top of the profile, darker colour than the lower side of the profile, much lighter colour, less carbon, and probably that's resulting in a poorer structure of our soil.